All right, coming next, we have our Triple Threat NBA DFS Showcase show that we just recently launched here in the DFS NBA space. And we are primarily focusing on DraftKings contests. A couple of times a week, we'll bring you this show. Gentle and blissful, gifted and beautiful, generous and benevolent, and most appreciatively grateful and blessed we are. Guidelines to achieve and build GAB Sports. I'm your boy, Young Moolah, and we want to thank you for joining us. Please take a moment to subscribe to the channel, follow us on social media, like the video. Thanks again for your support. Continue to support us as we take this journey in the DFS space. We're doing both basketball and football content. And so we would like to just start off by just explaining, once again, review of what a triple threat is. A triple threat, he's that guy. He's that guy that can just do it all, right? He can shoot lights out as good as anybody. He can dribble, drive, put tremendous pressure on the team, get into the lane, finish, or dish it off, create for others. And he's that guy who can just pass with the best of them, set up his team, hit the bounce pass, hit the bullet chest pass, hit the behind the back no looks. He can just pass with the best of them as well. So that triple threat is a guy that's putting tremendous pressure on you on the defensive end. He just takes you to a different level of what you have to do to guard a guy who is a triple threat because he can do it all. But here at GAB, we take it a step further. We want those dudes who can also give you defensive stats, the stocks, the rebounds, is that's going to keep this guy on the court, keep him accumulating statistics that pile up for us in our contests. So there you have why we call this triple threat. All right, so we're going to jump right into our featured segment here where we give you our top plays, and these are the triple threat plays of the day. You live and in color, our triple threat plays of the day. All right. Today's triple threats, the today for November 24th, 2025. It's Monday. We just had a weekend of football, and now we're going to turn the page, jump right into today's NBA slate to kick off our week. And what we want to begin with here is a value play right out of the gate. We're looking to save money today. Tyrese Proctor coming in at an absolute min price, $3,000 on today's DraftKings slate. And we have the Cleveland Cavaliers heading north of the border to Toronto. And Tyrese will be utilized today, mainly because the Cavs will be very, very short-handed today. There's already been several announcements of players who will be sitting out today, and I won't be surprised if there will be a couple more, maybe even, who will be announced to be unavailable to play today. And so Tyrese Proctor, at the absolute stone cold minimum 3K, will be one of our value plays of the day. And he should get run in any game script, whether the Cavaliers are hanging in there as they're shorthanded against a very tough and talented Toronto team, or whether they get blown out. I expect Tyrese Proctor to play in either situation, either circumstance. And at that min price, he's going to allow us to pay up to some of our strongest top ceiling plays, that being like Nikola Jokic, maybe Donovan Mitchell, maybe Cade Cunningham. We'll see. But that may be the main reason why we want to play this play at 3K for Tyrese Proctor. Coming in as your first triple threat of the day, Tyrese Proctor. Next play that we want to discuss is another guy who's given us pretty good value and who's also going to benefit from some key guys being ruled out. And that will be Caleb Love of the Portland Trail Blazers, who are headed to Milwaukee to face off against the Bucks. And Caleb is coming in at 4,500 today. And he should benefit with J. Rule and Shaden Sharp being ruled out. And so Caleb Love, who is a very strong offensive-minded player with a skill set to really get some buckets, And so in his added playing time, he should be able to easily pay off this 4,500 price tag. Caleb Love, another great value play who should get plenty of minutes today for the Portland Trailblazers. All right, our third today's triple threat will be Noah Clowney coming in at 4,900 for the Brooklyn Nets. Noah Clowney has been starting lately, and he's actually been showing a little bit more aggression on the offensive end, as illustrated by him chucking up 15 shots in the last 2 games, 15 shots each game. And that seems to be a little bit out of the norm of what he's been doing, but since he's getting these added minutes, as he's been thrust to the starting lineup, he's been playing a lot better on the offensive end. And he has a good touch. This guy's always had that, nice shooting touch, can handle a little bit. So Noah Clowney is one of those under the radar guys who's actually a little better than people may think. When they're thinking of the Brooklyn Nets, they don't think of them having that many skilled players, but this is actually one of those guys who is pretty skilled on that team. Noah Clowney going up against the New York Knicks today in the New York City rivalry game, which the Nets always seem to get up for. And they're at home hosting this one. So we like Noah Clowney as a play today, coming in at 4,900. Noah Clowney, power forward for the Brooklyn Nets. All right, fourth play. You say, when are we going to spend up a little bit, spend a little money here? Huh? Young Mully, where's the money at? The money can be spent a little bit at least right here with Zion Williamson. Today, they're hosting the Chicago Bulls. And one of the things that I like going into this game about Zion is that he hasn't really been lighting it up lately. Since he's made his return from that hamstring injury, he's kind of, been pretty mediocre, to say the least. And we're just waiting for that breakout game, or are we going to anticipate the breakout game? And this is one of the things in fantasy that I believe you have to do. You have to anticipate that breakout game, because why? Maybe you can get him today, maybe at a lower ownership than if his game log had been, filled with highlights and filled with games where he's been crushing. So since he's coming off 2 rather mediocre games, I think this is a spot where hopefully Zion will be under the radar to the masses. And we looked at this as a very good spot against the Chicago Bulls, who like to play up-tempo. And so we believe that this could be that Zion 50-burger type of a game. So we're going to go with Zion Williamson, 8,100 under the radar today as one of our today's triple threats. And finally, the last piece of the puzzle for us today will be in that same game with Zion. We want to go with Jalen Smith, who's the backup center, right? Well, Vucevic is currently listed as questionable. Who knows if he's out or not? But even if he's not, we still have some interest in Jalen Smith coming in at 4,300 today on DraftKings, because Jalen Smith has put up a 9-9 and a 16-8 in under 20 minutes recently as the backup center. So if he just gets any kind of boost in minutes today, say if Vucevic is out, or if Vucevic is a little bit down and out to where he doesn't play his full allotment, and Jalen Smith picks up even a slight uptick up to 22, 24 minutes, that will be enough for him to still have a good game against this very exploitable Pelicans defense. So we got Jalen Smith, whether Vucevic is in or Vucevic is out. Obviously, if he's out, we get a little bit more interest, and so does the field. But if he's also in, we still have some interest in Jalen Smith. So there you have it. Our top plays of the day. Going to go ahead and do a quick recap. Our triple threat plays of today, the today list. We have Tyrese Proctor for the Cleveland Cavaliers coming in at 3,000, and he has that point guard, shooting guard position versatility that we love so much. But he's the key to getting us up to some of our higher spend ups today. Tyrese Proctor. Also, another value play we'd like today is Caleb Love for the Portland Trailblazers, also with the point guard, shooting guard versatility. and he is coming in at 4,500. Nice price tag for his anticipated role today. Should be a bargain price even at 4,500. Caleb Love, look for him to get plenty of shots up and hopefully, fill out the box score in some of the other categories as well. And coming in as our third play, we have Noah Clowney for the Brooklyn Nets, going up against that New York Knicks crosstown rivalry game. And we like him of late as he's been a lot more aggressive of late. And we like his price tag is still reasonably affordable at 4,900. Noah Clowney as our third triple threat of the day. Our fourth play of the day is Zion Williamson. He will be one of our more expensive plays of the day that we will go to. Of course, we'll look to spend up in some of our lineups where we combine some of these value plays. We'll even spend up higher than Zion, but we're going to put Zion at the top of the list of who we want to prioritize today in our lineups. And that would be Zion against the Chicago Bulls down in the Delta in New Orleans. And he's coming in at 8,100. A very good matchup today against that front line and against that paced up team. Zion Williamson, possibly under the radar today. Book him in your lineups today. Don't wait for the breakout. Anticipate the breakout. And finally, we have Jalen Smith, also with Vucevic possibly out today. He will definitely be on everybody's mind if that occurs, but he will stay on our mind even if Vucevic is ruled in. Jalen Smith, your final play of the day. There you have it. Good luck to you all. Thanks. Out. Plays of the day. Guys who will be mixing in throughout our lineups. And we went for a lot of value today in our top plays because we want to be able to spin up on various players. So I didn't really want to put the top spin ups in my triple threat list today because we're going to give you those value plays that are going to allow you to make that choice of which guys you want to spin up for. I'll have my favorites and I'll show a couple of them here as I build the lineup here shortly. And so we just wanted to get that kind of clear that, we didn't have a lot of spin ups in the triple threat plays because these are the value plays who will smash. And oftentimes those value plays who are smashed are the difference in your lineups. So let's go ahead and be mindful of those value plays today. That's our strategy. And we'll go ahead and jump over to DraftKings and to jump right into the 4-point play. One of today's contests where we are only spinning a few entries, maybe 4 or 5 entries into the 4-point play. And so we will start off with one of our top plays right here. We're going for, we want to put Zion as our first building block in this lineup. Okay, so we'll go ahead and put him at the forward spot since it is one of the later games, I believe, right? It is one of the later games. Yes, it's one of the 5 o'clock games. So, again, we like to stress minutes, late minutes. You better have some. As you're winding down the day of these, the slate, you want some of those late minutes to keep your team continually rising up the charts. All right. Zion at the forward spot today. Okay, one of our spin downs that we want to look for is Clowney. We actually like Clowney too at the power forward spot. So we want to put Noah Clowney in our lineup, and he'll be coming in that early part of the slate, right? Okay. So now we're going to get ready for our top play of the day. The homeboy, Hubie Hammond. It will be that one dude, that one guy you're just going to need today, right? We all need something in our lives to give us some joy. And the homeboy Hubie Hammond, that player that will be going hard as a mother. Shut your mouth for today, Monday, November 24th, 2025. That player is Caleb Love for your Portland Trailblazers. Yes, we're going to put Caleb Love as our play of the day. Yeah, I know it's a value play. It's a guy who we wouldn't be accustomed to, a guy that we were going to need today. But this is the guy you're going to need today. I expect him to get plenty of run. And this is a guy who's not bashful. He'll come in getting some shots up because they're going to need some scoring punch today. And so we're going with Caleb Love as the homeboy who'll be hamming top play of the day, Caleb Love. All right, so with that, we want to go ahead and continue to fill out this lineup. All right, so we're going to go with a small forward from that same game. We're going to add one of Caleb Love's teammates, and we're going to go with Kamara. Lukewarm on the Milwaukee side of thing. Rollins is really super duper priced, so we're going to just skip the run back on that one and go straight to the center position. Center has a lot of options today, whether you want to spend up or go to the mid value. I like Jalen Duren. I do have some interest in Klingen, but I'm already using a couple Blazers here. Derek Queen alongside Zion. Jakob Poeltl with Jared Allen out. How about we go with Jakob Poeltl? I'm going to go with Jakob Poeltl with Jared Allen out. Okay. And so that leaves $7K for 3 spots. That's a pretty good price we have. So do we want to use one of these spots for a spend up? And I say we do. And the guy who I do have some interest in as a spend up today will be Josh Giddey. Okay? And that gives us another correlating piece on that late slate, on that late schedule. Correlating piece with Zion. We'll go ahead and utilize Josh Giddey, who's a triple-double threat each night of the week. And so, if we go with our very cheap play here at the point guard spot, which is Tyrese Proctor, that gives us $8,200 left at the utility. Who would we have to get at $8,200? Hey, got Michael Porter Jr. We have Rollins, who we could spin up for, but not really keen on that one. And we have Jalen Duren. I do like Jalen Duren. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So let's just go ahead and slot Duren here in at the center spot or the utility spot. And we'll go ahead and insert our guy Proctor here at the bottom end of the price structure right there. All right, so there you have our lineup for today. In the 4-point play, we have Tyrese Proctor, our value play, which allows us to spin up on a couple slots here. And we added Caleb Love as our homeboy who'll be hamming the play that's going to go hard as a mother. Shut your mouth. In today's slate is Caleb Love for your Portland Trailblazers. And we added his teammate alongside him in this lineup, Toumani Camara, at $5,900 small forward. Then we have one of our other triple threats of today. That will be Noah Clowney. And then we inserted Jakob Poeltl at the center spot in a pretty good matchup without Jared Allen today. Then we have Josh Giddey in the late schedule of games, paired up with our guy, who's also one of our triple threats, Zion Williamson. And then we finish the lineup off with another strong double-double candidate who's enjoying a breakout campaign. That would be Jalen Duren. And so there you have our today's lineup here on our triple threat NBA DFS showcase for November 24th, 2025. Go ahead, take the time, like the video, subscribe to our channel. Feel free to leave a comment. Once again, I hope to see you at the top of the standings alongside myself. That'll be Riley Freeman on DraftKings. It's your boy, Young Moolah. Go ahead, enjoy today's slate. Good luck to you all, And I'll see you next time. Peace out.